guys, it's Emily from Novelle Novels and welcome to today's video. It's my November favourites. And to me, my favourites video will also always be the video where I catch up with you guys. I'll let you know what's going on. Those of you that follow me on Instagram, you'll probably see a bit more of the real side of me on there. I kind of put stuff on there in my stories about how I'm feeling. I do it sometimes with like no makeup, so I'm really very real on there. So if you want to see the unedited version of me, go and check me out on there. If you don't, I totally understand. But yeah, so this month, I'll fill you in. This month, for those of you that don't follow me on there, it's been a challenging month. I've had a lot of pain with my knee. It's been a really, really tough month. I think I've gone from, at the start of the month, being able to do a lot, to now I'm on one crutch, potentially going to be 2 crutches by the time this comes out, which means I'm obviously having to rely on a fair bit of pain. But I've got to be thankful I'm doing better than I've ever done at this stage in my relapse. Normally by this number of weeks in my months of my relapse, I'm on 2 crutches, I'm barely walking, and I'm still being able to move around. So I am so grateful for that. And the thing that I think my biggest part of my favourites is going to be this month is going to be my friends and my family, because they are part of every bit of my favourites this month, more than ever my friends, because I've actually reached out to them. I finally said, I'm having a tough time and I need you. And between them all, they've clubbed together better than you can ever understand. I'm going to try not to cry, but they've been supportive. They've understood where I've said, yes, I want to see you. Please come over. Please help me. Or, no, I need to rest. I need to sleep. And I've been doing a lot more of that. So when I include these friends, I want to include you guys, some of my booktube friends, because you've all been absolutely amazing. The support I've had on Instagram has just been incredible, and I can't thank you enough. But the best piece of news this month is that I've been accepted for a demo for a procedure on my knee that I've been waiting for a very long time. It will mean that for this demo, they're going to be putting a little electrode. I'm not going to tell you too much details because it's a bit gory. But they'll be putting like electrostimulation thingy on my knee, and I'll get a demo that'll be outside. That'll be taped around my back, which hopefully be 1 week or 2 weeks. That's going to happen on the 6th of January. So that my videos that week will be all over the place. They will be coming up on different days, if they even come up. They may have to be rescheduled, or they may just come up and I won't be posting them out on Instagram. So please check out my videos, check out your notifications, because you may get to see that rather than see it on Instagram and Twitter. But yes, it's going to happen. Things are going to be positive. I'm going to trial it for a week or 2, and if this works, my life could potentially change, and I will potentially be off quite a lot of medication, and I will be a lot happier. I'm not saying it's going to take it all away, but it's certainly going to make my life easier. So receiving that was probably my favourite thing that happened this month, and I'm still over the moon. Petrified, but over the moon. And the other thing, like I said, for my favourites is no real events have happened, but I've had girl evenings with my friends, my work friends. I've gone out for lunch. Had time with my mum, had time with Charlie. I can't. I wanted to not include her all the time, but yes, I went to Charlie's one day this month. We had about an hour or 2 together, and I went up to her room and dived into her bookshelves. It was like a kid in a toy shop, the amount of books I've borrowed from her and the amount of books she's recommended. She's the best friend a girl could wish for, and I love her, so thank you, Charlie. That was amazing. But now I want to go on to booky stuff. So some booktube channels. So my favourite channels, these are more like you say, my favourite channels don't necessarily have to be the favourite ones of this month, because I can't ever pick a favourite out of all of you. Just too many. But they're new to me channels. They're channels I wanted to shout out about this month. 2 of them for American. 2 of them are relatively new to me. They're ones I've started in the last few months, and they need to be shouted out about. First one's Jennifer Brooks. She has got great taste. She likes historical fiction. She likes the classics. She's amazingly intelligent. Like, she likes so many books that I like. And although she's a lot younger than me, she's brilliant, and I love her channel. Like I said, she has got the best taste in books. It's amazing. The next one is Tanya from The Sampler Girl. Now, not only does she have a great taste in books, she likes, again, the classics, the historicals, the fiction. She likes a bit more contemporary ones. She does great vlogs. So every week you're going to get a vlog from her, and you're going to find out what she's doing. She includes being a mum, and she is such a human, down-to-earth person, and I really like her. So definitely check out her channel. It's Tanya the Sampler Girls. All these channels will be linked below. And the next one is the lovely Charles from Charles Heathcote, or aka Charlie. I'm never sure whether to call you Charles or Charlie, so please let me know in the comments below. But he's someone I've been following for quite a long time, but certainly we've been messaging a lot more on of each other's videos, and I love him. He is so down to earth, so real, and so amazing. He likes the classics. He encourages me to pick up books that I wouldn't necessarily try. He's an absolute sweetheart as well. He's an author, and I've got to get his books. Charlie, I need to borrow that book off you, by the way. But yeah, so I think his books look amazing. I can't wait to read them. I need to get off my bum and read them. But support him, guys. Support his books. Charlie's read one of them and she reckons they're brilliant. And he's one of us, which makes him even more special. So check him out. Now, I took part in non-fiction November. I've only read 4 books, but to me that was more than I expected. I expected to read like 1 or 2, and that was on my TBR. But I read an extra couple. One was an accident, by the way, but that was quite interesting. But some of them were successful, some of them were not. I'm going to try and introduce a lot more non-fiction into my books, and I think that's quite interesting. I've discovered that a lot of my Tudor books that I like are actually non-fiction Tudor, and I think that's something I would like to introduce. I know Alison Weir reads a lot more, has written quite a lot of non-fiction books, which I found in the Waterstones. That was another thing. I wasn't going to put that on my favourites video, but I think I will. 2 new things that have happened this month is my Waterstones in my town centre has been redone, and it looks gorgeous. Is it wrong that my favourite area of it was the children's section? Oh my goodness, I was in there and I was just like, no. But I'm not going to talk about that because we're not allowed to, but you know, that was brilliant. I think I really enjoyed looking around at Waterstones. And then there was the shop, The Works. It is like me, I was literally like a kid in a toy shop. I'm going to town a few days after this comes out, after I've recorded this, and I got a funny feeling I'm going to be spending money in there, even though it should be going to buy Chris's Christmas presents. But The Works opening up is probably another very favourite thing that's happened in Bracknell and in my town and in my area, and oh my goodness. Guys, if you've got any hints about what to get in there, let me know, because otherwise I think this could be very expensive. I don't think Chris is going to like me very much. So, next on, I would like to talk about some of the favourite books. First favourite book is an audiobook, so I can't obviously physically show you, and I'm yet to learn the editing bit to put a picture on the screen. Someone needs to show me, tell me how to do this. I think I need someone to come over and help me. But yeah, so that was Good Night from London, and that was a book set in London, obviously. It's a wartime book. What is it with me and wartime books? Set in London. Again, what is it with me and that? I love those books. This one made me cry. It's about an American journalist who comes over to report on the stuff that happens in London. Being a female author, a journalist, they wanted her opinion on it. She doesn't have any family in America. And yes, there's a bit of romance in this, but it really, to me, the best thing that strung out this was that it was about family, and it's about how you don't have to have blood family. It's community kind of family, and that's very special, and that's what she creates. To me, that's something that I loved, and I'm really excited by that. Oh dear, I wasn't planning to have a cat in, but I think she might appear. So that was the first one. The second one is quite a generic book that you've all heard about. It's The Handmaid's Tale. I can't believe it's taken me this long to read. I can't believe that I'm going to get my cat out of the screen. I can't believe how much I loved it. I was really scared by it because of the dystopic part of it, and how the fact that the dystopia side of it is so real, and how even though this was written in 1984, so many things are actually happening now, and that's quite scary. I know that infertility rates in the western sort of side of the country is really bad, the high infertility rates, and to me that was really heartbreaking. I know I thank God for my children and the children's side of it, and oh my goodness, there are some bits of this that freaked me out, scared me, were very true to the bone, and I didn't know if I'd like it, but it's actually one of my favourite books of the month, maybe even be in the top 10 of the year. I loved it. Buddy read it with Linda, but I know she's sort of taking her time getting through it, but good on you, Linda. You're still trying, so thank you. The next one is another one I buddy read. What is it with my favourite books I buddy read? I finally read The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. It's her first adult book, and all I can say is wow. It's been so many mixed reviews of this all over the booktube. Some people have said how rude there's some quite crude writing. Personally, another booktuber that I always keep mentioning, Tom, he was talking about it, and his review was very apt. It was perfect. And I think to me it was the description of the writing and everything was just bang on. You don't go into this thinking about her YA books. You need to go into this with open eyes. You need to go into it with the fact that it's a very big book. She's tackling quite a lot of issues on it. But it's brilliant. It's one I would so badly recommend. And actually, guys, for the first time in a very long time, I'm keeping it. And I'm keeping The Handmaid's Tale. And you guys know me, I don't keep very many books. Now, I'd like to show you the books that I bought. Yeah, I'm going to do it in a different order. Like I said, my notes are in completely the wrong order. I picked up this in a charity shop. It's Dr. Thorne by Anthony Trollope. It's the third book in the series. Apparently, according to Tom, I need to read the Barchester Towers next, and then I can read this. And once I've got the Barchester Towers, me and Tom are going to read this together. So, yay! I love reading with Tom. First buddy reading in December. I'm so excited. Anyway, but yes, picked up this in the charity shop for only £1. It was brilliant. I am so excited. I can't believe I found that. The next one, this is a chick lit. I thought, you know, I've got to have some chick lit at the moment because my amount of blooming hard-hitting books I've picked up and the ones that I've got for January. God, guys, when you see January's TBR, I think you'll know that I'm really pushing myself. I'm already getting prepared for it. Can you believe it? It's only November. Anyway, I picked up a Debbie McComber book. I've got one of her Christmas books that I'm reading in December. And this one is another one of her books. And my mum likes her readings. I think Simone likes her writing, so they're pretty good. Ellie travels to Rose Harbour to meet a man she's been writing to, but his reveals a secret that makes her question their relationship. Maggie and her husband have grown apart. Can a love letter from long ago help them find this spark they've lost? Then you've got a third one. Jo Marie finds the courage to revisit the last letter her husband sent before he was killed in Afghanistan, and for the first time they can see a future ahead. This looks like 3 interlinking lives. It looks brilliant. And I can't wait to pick it up. I'm already on 11 minutes and I tried to stick to 15, so this is going to be long. The next one is I Captured the Castle. It's a vintage classic. I don't know much more than that. It's by Dodie Smith. I literally do not want to know much more about this. I've heard about this before, I Captured the Castle. I can't remember who spoke about it. I think Charlie might have spoken about this. But it looks like it was a live book. It's even got like a little note. Thank you for Swiss. I don't know what it's got, but it's in really good condition. Yes, it was a Durham library book, so it's come all the way from there, and I picked it up in a Bracknell book. Wow, can't wait to read that at some point. So those are some of the books I've actually only bought. Until this goes out, I only bought 7 books this month. Can you believe it? I've never ever gone this low. Although, like I said, I'm going shopping on Wednesday, so by the time this goes up, I may be adding a little note for how many other books I might have got. I may only try and get 1 or 2, but I can't go to town and not get a blooming book. So I'm hoping this will stay below 10. If it stays below 10, I'm happy. Because I've also got rid of more than I've bought, which is like, yes. Sounds really silly, but I'm excited by that. Quickly, my favourite TV show of the month has been... It's got to be I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I'm watching it as I'm recording, so it's on pause while I'm recording this. Love it. Funny. How to cheer you up and how to put things in perspective. Watch that show. You'll laugh your head off. I wanted to be watching I'm a Celebrity, the MasterChef, The Professionals, but I've not had time to get into it, so sorry, I couldn't do that. Anyway, next one, I'm going to tell you about my favourite app quickly, and then I want to show you the gifts that I've got. My favourite app of the month has actually been Canva. It's where I'm doing all my thumbnails now, and I would like to see if I can do a little picture for my channel on it. I really want to try and see what other things I can jiggle around. I'm learning to edit, and I'm learning to do a few little tricks. So that's my favourite app. If you want to make good thumbnails, go into Canva. It's really easy to use and really good fun. Now the next one, I had been taking part in a Secret Santa that Victoria from What Victoria Read has been running on Twitter. And I've already received my gifts, and I hope by the time this comes up, the person that I recorded has actually got their gift. I have ordered it. But anyway, this lovely lady, Ava, it is Ava Cates, is her name on Instagram and Twitter, but her name's Leah, I think. But she sent me this, and I've got to show you quickly. She sent me 2 Cecilia handbooks. She sent me 100 Names and Perfect, which is the sequel to Flawed. Just to let you know, I will be reading Flawed in January with the lovely Charlotte from Books and Bargains. So that's the sequel to Flawed. That's a completely different book. They were both on my wish list, on my Amazon wish list, and she bought me both of them. Cecilia Ahern books really cheer me up. And lastly, she bought me 2 other things. She bought me, I don't know if you can see them, she bought me the Beanies Coffee, the trial packs. If any of you ever go onto my wish list, I love these. I might re-put them again on my wish list because they're brilliant. Coffee that's no sin coffee, and they're flavoured and they taste brilliantly. And I think where they're in these little packets, they actually taste better than you get them in the jars. Then lastly, she got me these Skittles, which are brilliant. So excited by these. They're dark side Skittles, which is so exciting. And she's been amazing. She supported me rotten, and I'm excited. This video is a little bit longer than normal, but I wanted to say thank you all for your support. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling. Thank you all for all your support. You are all absolutely blooming amazing, and I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Have a great December. Bye-bye.